Hello everyone, I am back with another video. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. 'Tis the season. It's just every year I always am stunned at how fast time flies, how quickly the year goes by. And here we are at the end of another year. I wanted to make this video, just a quick video to kind of once again, hopefully wake us up a little bit more each day and just help us to look around and see things the way they truly are. And over the years, as many of you, we have seen stories coming out about hoaxes, things that may not be true, people who may or may not be dead. Did they fake their death? Did the shooter really kill these people? Did they really die that way? Are they still alive? And it creates more confusion, doesn't it? Because once again, we don't know what to believe. It's like we're traumatized either way. If it is true that people are being killed and churches are being stormed by gunmen and people are taken out one by one, shot, is that true? Or is it true that they are trying, meaning they, the government or the powers that be, are they trying to take away guns from citizens by setting up or staging events to make it appear as though people are getting shot? I mean, which one is worse? It's still psychological warfare. It is a psyop. Is it controlled opposition? Because you have these stories leaking out. It's like, well, like I mentioned in one of my previous videos about 9/11. You can ask, well, did the United States government, did they have the military go into the buildings, or the CIA or the FBI, did they go into the buildings and wire them for demolition, a controlled demolition? Or was this some type of new technology using microwaves to dustify the building? Were there planes? Were there CGI images of planes? So as we see, it continues. It's just, you think you have uncovered a truth, and then a bigger so-called truth comes out, or lie, and we are told, oh, well, none of that actually happened. What really happened was this, and this is why. The point of this video is to tell you to not get caught up in any of it, because it's all distraction. How are we going to be the wiser? When it's all said and done, we won't know either way, because we don't know any of these people. These people orchestrate things behind the scenes. They've got access, technology, they've got things that we can't even fathom. But if you're a Christian and you understand the Most High God will reveal all secrets in due time. Everything that's done in darkness will come into the light, and then the truth, the actual truth, will come out. Not these stories that are being leaked about, is someone really dead? Did someone really molest or rape someone? Did, all of these sexual allegations, these men coming out. I mean, whether it's true or not, I believe that it's some truth and some lie. I think it's a mixture of all of that. for the same purpose, for the distraction, to keep us either in fear, angry, and confused. Confused. The enemy loves confusion because he is the author of confusion. Don't get caught up in that, in any of it, because it's not just in the secular world that this is happening. Now I'm seeing more and more people on YouTube with asking about, is the name Jesus the actual name of our Lord and Savior? Or was it a name that was formed by Greek pagans, or, like Greek mythology? Does it derive from Zeus, or is it Lucifer? I mean, all of these circles. So what it proves is that you have to know the truth. You have to know that you know that you know the truth, because there are absolutes in this world. There are people who are going to say, we are not living in reality. This is a simulated world that we live in. Well, if you don't have anything to stand on, you may believe that. Or you could just open up the pages of the Bible and says, God created the heaven and the earth as we know it. If we allow ourselves to be dependent on someone else to define what reality is and is not, rather than us knowing for ourselves what it is, we will be living in the 1984 book. This will be very Orwellian. I mean, it already is, we know that, but we still have choice to test things, to see things for what they actually are. Like, we see our hand in front of our face. We see walls around us. We see the sky. We see the trees. We see the sun and the moon and the stars. We see the ground. We have to know what reality is. Physical reality. Okay, physical reality. Then we have to understand that we are also living in a spiritual reality. Spiritual reality. Dimensional. And whether you choose to believe it or not, there are spirits, entities around us, both good and evil. Okay? And it's definitely going to go back to the author of confusion, Satan, who has orchestrated all of these things, all of these stories, through the military, Hollywood, government, NASA, whatever branch, whichever branch of that tree of deception that you want to look at, they all come from that same tree. And we have to know that. We just have to know and understand that we can't spend our time wondering, well, what really happened? Look at what Donald Trump is saying now, because you know what? These people are all puppets. Know this. The world is a stage. As far as what we see on television, there's very little. I mean, most of it is for entertainment. That is all it's for. It's for entertainment. The news is entertainment. Is it truth? Maybe, maybe not. Your local news, yeah, because you know these people. Yeah, that's my school. That's the church that I go to. That's the hospital. That's the fire department. That's the police department. Yeah, I mean, locally, yeah, those things are real because we interact with local. When it gets to even state sometimes, state and further on, national and international, Big question mark. Maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. Were you there? Did you see it for yourself? Were you a witness to these events? So, not to get caught up in those things. And let me tell you something. My heart is just bursting to tell everyone this message. Stop being a follower of the world. Let me say this again. Stop being a follower of this world. Some of us look at actors and actresses on television. We look at musicians, celebrities, all of these people, and we treat them, and the way we feel towards them is as though we know them personally. And we seem to care more about them and what's happening in their lives than we do the people in our own personal lives. Okay? We would rather find out what they are doing, these multimillionaires and billionaires, than find out how someone's day is who lives in your own house sometimes, calling up a friend, or just when you're out and about, just day-to-day people, because you're too busy doing this. You know, too busy. You could be at the same table eating. I've been at restaurants, 4 people sitting at the table, they're all not talking, not communicating. Divide and conquer. We think that it just means something like big, like a huge thing. It's us against them, that it has to be something as big as 9/11. There's solidarity for that amount of time. As things settle back down and you get back into, oh, don't let the terrorists win. You go out there and you shop till you drop. Shopping is gonna make you feel better. You get back out there, okay, we're all Americans, and we have our sense of freedom and our, courage and pride, and we have our Constitution, and our nation is built on this and that and the other, and we're strong and we're not gonna fall. But yet, we don't like people. We don't talk to people. Maybe during this time of the year, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. We're nicer because we're emotional. We're emotional people. We go with how we feel. Our emotions. I'm happy. I feel good today. I'm depressed today, so I'm not going to talk to you. I cannot stand people. I want them to get out of my... We're fickle. Very fickle people. But once you have been changed in your spirit, in your heart, and you have been surrendered to Jesus Christ, you're going to see people for who they are and as how He sees us all, as valuable. Valuable. He values our lives, time with us, knowing us, having a relationship, building a relationship, and that is what He wants us to do with our fellow man. Talk to your neighbors. Get to know them. Get to know the people in your community. Get to know your family. Some of us don't even know our family. We don't reach out. We would rather be in our little world of, oh, did you see what Selena Gomez did? I mean, okay, I've got tweens. So, yeah, that's my world. But it is imperative that we stop being distracted by all of these things so that we can hone in on what is real and what is true in our own lives, the tangible things around us, palpable things around us that we are personally interacting with ourselves. Not hearsay, not their say, but what we know to be true. Is that it for today? I'm going to end it here. I said it was going to be a quick video, so I don't want to go too long. But just keep that in mind during this holiday season, that you understand that it's about building relationships with different people, connecting, making connections, really sincerely caring about your fellow man. Because if we don't, we're deceived. It won't matter about these other things because we will already be in a fallen state. We'll just perish because we don't have love, understanding. We are just all about this superficial world that may or may not be real. Not the earth, but the world system that we're in. So I would just encourage you to reach out to someone, reach out and touch. No. But truly, make this season a new beginning for you, to make connections, heart connections, and reach out to people who are like-minded, and even those who may not be like-minded, just to try to improve our communication and improve our way of life, because it really is a life-changing event when you allow these things to happen. Well, that will do it for this video. I will hopefully see you guys in the new year. I don't plan to do any more videos until next year, so if it's God's will, I will see you in 2018. So you guys take care. Have a Merry Christmas and a happy and blessed New Year. Until the next time.